A major development in two different cases involving two men closely linked to U.S. President Donald Trump. His former longtime personal attorney pleaded guilty to federal charges, and in the same hour, guilty verdicts were returned for Trump's former campaign chairman. CGTN's Owen Fairclough joins me here with the late-breaking details. Owen.
Elaine, what a day for courts here in the United States and indeed the Trump presidency. The man who once said he would take a bullet for President Trump has pulled the trigger on an extremely explosive revelation in court in New York. We're talking about Michael Cohen, who was Trump's personal lawyer, admitting he broke campaign finance laws at the direction of a candidate for federal office. Now, Cohen didn't name President Trump directly, but it's already emerged that Cohen paid hush money to two porn actresses. The most famous one is Stormy Daniels, who received $130,000 over an alleged affair, or to hush an alleged affair with President Trump. Well, after this hearing in New York just a short time ago, the Deputy U.S. Attorney for Southern New York gave us some more details about that charge.
He worked to pay money to silence two women who had information that he believed would be detrimental to the 2016 campaign and to the candidate and the campaign. In addition, Mr. Cohen sought reimbursement for that money by submitting invoices to the candidate's company, which were untrue and false.
Well, it's worth pointing out that Cohen was the deputy chairman of the Republican National Committee. Another reason that that breach of campaign finance law is so critical here. Now, Cohen has also admitted to a handful of other tax evasion and fraud charges. He's done this to get some kind of leniency on whatever sentence he receives in exchange for potentially cooperating with prosecutors. We haven't quite got all the details on that yet, but that may include Robert Mueller, who's leading, of course, that Russia collusion inquiry, Elaine.
And look, coincidentally, we had Paul Manafort in a courtroom outside of Washington, D.C., learning his fate. What can you tell us about that case?
Yes, a 3-week trial there, Elaine. He was the chairman, briefly, of Donald Trump's election campaign. He was on trial and found guilty of 8 counts of tax and bank fraud, partly to help fund a lavish lifestyle. We had so many details in that trial about expensive cars and debts that included $1 million alone on clothes. Now, the judge in that case ruled a mistrial on 10 other counts. All of this predates Manafort's work with Donald Trump, but he was the chairman of the campaign and was at that crucial meeting at Trump Tower in the summer of 2016, which really was the origin for many of these concerns and allegations about collusion between the Trump campaign, alleged collusion between the Trump campaign and the Russian government to swing the election in Trump's favor. And it was a crucial test for the Robert Mueller probe because Manafort was the first person to go on trial on all of this. The big question now, what does President Trump make of all this, Elaine? He's in West Virginia for a rally. Here's what the president said when he touched down there just a short time ago.
I feel badly for both. I must tell you that Paul Manafort's a good man. He was with Ronald Reagan. He was with a lot of different people over the years, and I feel very sad about that. It doesn't involve me, but I still feel, you know, it's a very sad thing that happens. This has nothing to do with Russian collusion.
And no comment there on Michael Cohen, you'll notice, Elaine, which is potentially much more damaging. Donald Trump has done, I think, something like 16 rallies around the United States in the run-up to congressional elections in November. Remember this one, Elaine. This could be one of the most important days in Donald Trump's presidency.
We'll have to see if he turns to Twitter in the coming hours. Owen Fairclough, thank you.